Stay where you are, dissidents.
Just look at all these soldiers. How badly did they want to destroy this hideout?
Apprehend the traitor! Slaughter the rest!
What's that smell? Is it the rich aroma of anime torment? A hint of overly recycled plot? Ah yes, I detect undertones of cutscene fatigue. Oh yes, aged to perfection, over 60 hours of what the hell did we learn today, gang? You, yes you dear viewer. This is the unmistakable scent of a JRPG that starts strong, then plummets face first into a pile of its own unskippable dialogue. Welcome to the review of Tales of Arise, a game that rises like a phoenix, then immediately gets stuck in a
Penis got me, penis got me moaning. Stick that big D in my ass. Come gang, come shot. Big, 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 come stay. Who's straight? No way. Penis game, check my mood, eh? Squirt, squirt. Penis got me booty up.
Tales of Arise, flashy, frustrating, and fizzling out. Tales of Arise opens like a JRPG superstar, flashy, vibrant, and full of promise. It struts on stage with confidence, soaking in the applause as it pirouettes on the battlefield and bathes its players in glittery combat animations. And for a while, it works. The art is stunning, the music swells with epic grandeur, the battles are flashy, floaty, and fun. It's a perfectly digestible JRPG snack, anime melodrama with a juicy center, and all the trimmings of a modern release. Until, like most JRPGs, gasping toward a runtime target, it explodes into a bloated mess of redundant monologues, stilted pacing, and corporate compromise. Art direction? Gorgeous distraction. Let's give credit where it's due. The first act of Tales of Arise is a delight. The world is lush and stylized. A beautiful smokescreen to distract you from the fact that combat, while fun, is about as deep as a puddle on a sunny day. You juggle enemies mid-air, blast through combos, and enjoy a rhythm that, for a time, is genuinely enjoyable. Side quests are, dare I say it, not trash. They're efficient, respectful of your time, and often give you something useful instead of the usual kill 10 slimes and eat rocks nonsense. This, however, is where the compliments end. Part 2, padded and bloated. And then, the game goes full anime Season 2, the disappointing one, where your favorite character gets amnesia and the budget gets halved. The pacing nosedives off a cliff so steep it's probably listed as a tourist hazard. Suddenly, you're no longer playing Tales of Arise, you're watching it. Characters drone on about events you've already seen, cry about issues you thought were resolved, and reflect on things they just finished reflecting on 10 minutes ago. At one point, I clocked 3 hours of playtime and had fought exactly one battle. One. This isn't a role-playing game. It's a hostage situation where the ransom is your patience. Cutscene hell. The JRPG death spiral cutscene after cutscene fades in, delivers nothing of value, then fades out like an uninvited guest, awkwardly excusing themselves. It's narrative waterboarding, slowly dripping exposition until your will to continue gives out completely. You learn nothing new. Characters don't grow. They just talk repeatedly about the same things over and over. It's the RPG equivalent of being stuck in a group text where everyone refuses to stop rehashing last week's argument. Combat and the Sponge Factory regular combat, fine, satisfying enough. But then the boss fights show up, like the bouncers at a club that only lets you in if your fists bleed. The lords? Challenging, yes, and fair, mostly. But every boss after them turns into a health sponge monstrosity. Strategy is thrown out the window in favor of spamming your strongest moves for 20 minutes while the camera spins wildly like a drunk camcorder operator at a Slipknot concert. Story and character, style over substance. Oh, and the plot? It starts out interesting, all rebellion and injustice and big mysterious conspiracies. But then it devolves into philosophical nonsense that's been reheated from every other JRPG buffet since the mid-90s. It borrows from Xenogears, steals from Star Ocean, and somehow adds nothing new to the mix except more talking heads and awkward romantic tension. By the end, the emotional climax is a wedding photo slideshow. A wedding photo slideshow. What a reward for 60-plus hours of slog. It's like completing a marathon and getting a half-eaten protein bar and a blurry selfie from the organizer. DLC manipulation and modern greed, Jim. Leaning in for the most tales-worthy twist of all, the subtle stench of corporate meddling. Boss is suspiciously hard. Difficulty spikes just a tad too sharp. Perhaps it's because you didn't buy the level-boosting DLC that's ever so conveniently available in the store. Just a little boost? Huh? Just a few extra stat bumps? Huh? This is the modern RPG model. Design a grind, then sell the shortcut. Monetize the problem you created. It's not game design, it's hostage negotiation. Give us $2.99 or we won't respect your time. I didn't buy it. I grinded. My Steam time says 103 hours, but honestly, 30 of that was spent asleep, high, or deep in a YouTube rabbit hole because the game just couldn't be bothered to hold my attention anymore. Final thoughts. Tales of Disappointment, Tales of Arise had potential. Potential, it fumbles, stabs, and buries beneath hours of repetitive dialogue and shallow padding. It's like a magician who nails the opening act, then spends the rest of the show pulling out handkerchiefs until everyone leaves. If you love JRPGs, you might enjoy this. If you tolerate JRPGs, this might just remind you why. Either way, don't expect it to stick the landing.
届かないこの願いに少し